Most people think about giving like this: God bless me with money. It's mine now. And out of my own generosity, I'll share some of it with people in need. That feels noble, but it's the wrong frame entirely. God owns everything. Not most things, everything. What He gives you isn't a transfer of ownership. It's an assignment. You're not the owner of what lands in your account. You're the manager of it. There's a word for that: steward. A steward isn't someone who gives generously from their own pile. A steward is someone who manages and distributes what belongs to someone else. Here's a way to think about it. Say God provides you a job that pays $1,000. He always intended $100 of that to go to a specific person, a neighbor, a stranger, someone in your path. There's no divine Venmo account. God doesn't have a way to get that $100 directly to them, so He routes it through you. You are God's Venmo. Your only job is to get the money where it was already headed. You're not sacrificing anything that was yours to begin with. You're completing a transfer. The $900 that stays with you was always yours. The $100 that moves through you was never yours to keep. And here's the part that changes everything. You don't lose anything in that transaction. You gain. Every transfer you make faithfully is a deposit into a deferred account in heaven. You're not giving anything away. You're moving it somewhere safer, where it actually lasts. These two things are different, and mixing them up causes a lot of confusion. Generosity is giving something that's yours to someone else. That's a real thing, and it's good. But stewardship isn't generosity. Stewardship is being the transfer person between God and the person He designated. You don't get credit for the amount. You don't get to take a cut. You don't get to decide the transfer is too large and keep part of it for yourself. A bank teller doesn't get praised for handing you your own money, but a faithful steward, someone who moves what God entrusts to them without holding back, that's someone building something that lasts far longer than any bank balance. Once you see it this way, the grip loosens. You don't have to feel the pain of parting with your money because it was never all yours to begin with. You don't have to wrestle with how much is enough to give because the question shifts from how much of mine do I share to am I being faithful with what God put in my hands? That's a much lighter question to carry. Psalm 24:1 says, "The earth is the Lord's, and everything in it. The world and all its people belong to Him." Matthew 6:19-21 says, "Don't store up treasures here on earth, where moths eat them and rust destroys them, and where thieves break in and steal. Store your treasures in heaven, where moths and rust cannot destroy, and thieves do not break in and steal. Wherever your treasure is, there the desires of your heart will also be."